Hello. Maybe I can finally finish this tonight. So we just finished the coup. The true coup. By Cody. Was he actually tied up? Or was he just sitting down? I couldn't tell.
Things are still a little chaotic around here, but I doubt it'll be that way for long.
Yeah! With everyone's help, Edith will be back to normal in no time.
Mr. Vatek and Ms. Ruron's involvement will no doubt expedite the process.
1 second. I'm hearing static again. It has been open all day.
On their minds.
Let's not worry about that right now. It may be best to let them sort their thoughts out.
I'm really sorry, you guys. There's no excuse. I'm the one who let this happen, and a mistake like this has to come with a price.
No, you don't mean...
Are you saying you intend to quit the guild?
Easy with the soul-piercing glare. Fact is, a future S-rank bracer being involved in a coup attempt is a real bad look. Not only does it break our agreement to not interfere in political matters, but it'll also shake the very trust people put in the guild.
I think they would feel much more betrayed if you left before the mastermind was even caught. The fate of the Republic may be in jeopardy. How can you even think of leaving now?
She's right. Why should you have to turn in your badge and not me?
If you left now, the Edith branch would be in shambles.
We need you, Jin. Heck, everyone in Calvert does too.
I know I'm still green, but I'll do my best to help
You're
you.
great.
In the name of the supporting gauntlet, we have your back.
You guys...
I can offer no excuses for my recent conduct. Instead, I'll tell you what I intend to do to rectify the situation. I plan to use what we've learned from this incident to track the ringleader down and back him into a corner.
I believe I can assist in that endeavor, namely by coordinating with the relevant parties.
Good. See to that then. You may use all of the CID's resources along with the mass media to get the job done. In the end, I think we were fortunate that he chose you and the immovable to lead the coup. You were able to minimize collateral damage to the civilians and the troops. This was an exemplary demonstration of your crisis management capability.
Even while I was leading a coup, I made it the best coup it could be.
I suppose that's one way of looking at it.
Perhaps the biggest takeaway from all this is that you and the guild owe me a favor now.
Oh, damn. Don't say things that are suspicious.
That was insane. Now, it was insaner than insane. I can't blame the president for barring Marielle from reporting on all this.
Agreed. Though she will be able to eventually. That's why she is hard at work interviewing those involved.
Guess she's grown out of her puppy-eyed amateur phase. But what I'm more interested in is your pops. That guy's a ride and a half.
Aaron! It's all right, Fairy. Still, I really have to wonder how much of that he actually foresaw. But I'm just happy he wasn't harmed.
I think we're all more than a little relieved.
Yeah, this was the best possible outcome. Like your dad said, there wasn't much damage done to the city. We might not have caught the mastermind, but we still got one over on him. That counts for something.
Guess so.
And we did it without relying on that rewind power.
We prevented what happened on that horrible night on our own merits. We all knew something bad was happening back then, but I never pictured it being a coup.
It was so large scale. Even the Garden Master had to stretch himself thin to carry it out.
Yes. This time the corrosion spread to a lot of people. Essie included.
So, what they're saying is, like, the more people he corrodes at one time, the less power he can focus, so he has, like, a limited power recharge.
The fact that we've overcome it time and again is working in our favor. At least, that's the impression I have.
I think so too. It's also how we got back 5 of the 6 stolen Genesees so quickly. Now we can turn our attention to finding the Garden Master. With the President on the case, it won't be long till he's forced out of hiding.
Right. I also want to start looking for clues about Nadia's whereabouts. In order to stop the corrosion once and for all, we have to...
The time is ripe!
You kind of interrupted us.
Huh?
What's going...
The hell?
What's happening?
Those people. And the sky.
This must be the corrosion at work. But it isn't like the previous cases.
Yeah, this is on a whole other level.
I'm just saying, if we get into an Autofago situation where he's like the world of lies, and we like shatter the sky, and it's the freaking Autofagos, like, I don't even know. I'd go insane.
What's happening?
I don't know if that's as deep a cut as most of my cuts are.
At last, experiments have been completed. Everything has culminated in this very moment. It's time to correct the course of history. Citizens of Calvert and the Zemurian continent, bear witness to the true history and the birth of a new world!
Now, is he saying that, like, there's actually been a lie? Or is he saying that the world should have gone this direction? And he's being...
No! The corrosion is affecting time and space itself!
And he's just being, like...
Can't be happening!
I hate this world kind of mood.
We came so far!
Damn it all! Everyone, get out of here!
We can't move. What is this, Persona 5 again?
Perry? Aaron? Rosette? Kendra? Judith?
And then she gets a vision from her great-grandfather. Nadia?
I know that voice. Nadia! Where are you?
She had a Genesis?
Maggie! Take this!
Well, now she has 7.
Genesis. I did it! I got it to you!
That was what she was doing this entire time?
You have to find it. Find the last route. Nadia!
So now it's just Agnes? How far back are we going? I swear, if we go back to the beginning of this chapter, this act. Oh my god, I was right. It's the beginning of the fucking act. Oh my god. So we have to take everything we've learned in the reality that didn't happen and apply it to the beginning. Oh my god, this game never ends.
Word is that one faction after another's been pouring into the capital after hearing the rumors going around. It's got the streets stinking to high heaven. Now that we have Catra again, there's no better time to act. We're gonna flush our enemies out of hiding and bring back Swin and Nadia to boot. I've already asked Bermati to start
And
gathering
Agnes
info.
just like wakes up like
We can check in with him while mobilizing the rest of our contacts. You guys ready to roll?
Yeah, they all have a giant.
These memories.
Guys, look!
It's the Genesis the Garden Master stole from us!
They've come back to us. Or was it that we got them back?
Yes. And Nadia got us the 7th.
This doesn't appear to be a dream.
Definitely not. I remember everything that's supposed to happen over the next 3 days.
But the way things are turning out, we'll just end up forgetting again. And that goes for everything from Ashen's corrosion onward.
Not much we can do but keep moving then. Preferably in a completely different way than before. One memory is more vivid than the rest. Maybe that's our lead. The only place we haven't gone to on the first day.
Vontai District, where the final corrosion occurred.
Yes.
So we just we just skip everything else and are like, he's here. Coordinate all forces to this one spot.
Was the focal point from which everything was consumed.
There's gotta be something there. Let's go and investigate.
God. Wait, what do you mean unmasked? We already know who he is, unless that's a lie as well.
It's time to finally put an end to all this.
All in favor of pounding that shitty Garden Master into mush? Say aye.
Nobody says aye. Okay, so we're 16 points away. I mean, assuming there's no leeway, which there's always leeway.
Quit dawdling and buy something. Stop by again.
Okay, so there's nothing to do except for movies. And I have all movies, I believe. Volgriff? Volgriff? Glyph? Ooh, that's good, that's good. Okay, so combine that. Windbalm, and then combine that with Volgriff.
New skill confirmed.
That means we can have a max of 100% if we don't get hit.
New skill confirmed. Adjustment complete.
Do I have everything at 4? Okay, Fairy's working on that one. I'm at 5, not 4. Ren and... Okay, take that off Celis. Rame. O's. Okay, so Celis and Leon need to get swapped off, and Rame and O's. Okay, give that.
Nice to meet you. Call me Rain. Hello, Core Lorray. Now activated.
Is there a difference on that? 122, 200. Okay, Ultra Otis does more arts damage, barely.
What's next?
Alright, yeah, I watched all movies. Type BRB real quick.
Well...
Okay.
Alrighty.
Right.
Time for a traffic update around the Eden metropolitan
Well...
area.
Well,
Thanks for the update. And now for a weather update.
Here are the latest forecasts for regions throughout the Republic.
well...
Contrast to last week's warmer weather, temperatures are predicted to drop dramatically over the next day or so. A snowslide advisory has been issued along the northern and eastern mountains, with light snow expected in and around Eden tomorrow.
Alrighty.
That's all the weather news we have. Now, how about some more music?
Alrighty. Well...
And now for the latest news from our news desk. Hope you're having a good one, listeners. Today's news briefing comes to us straight from the Tyrell Times. We have an update on the recent shocking announcement of a new collaborative film starring actresses Judith Lanster and Nina Fenley. Premiere screenings have already been confirmed for both of this year's film festivals, prompting a deluge of ticket reservations for either venue.
Well...
Now let's get back to the music.
I'm back. Okay, watched all movies, which means had a good Vatai.
then let's head over. It's
No
like the coup
fishing.
never happened. Yes, it's certainly odd, but I think this is for the best.
We just have to take measures to ensure that future doesn't play out again.
Now with Tanamo. Interesting. Chance of granting stealth. Not sure how useful that will be, but I'll take 7-5.
Switching to maintenance mode. That one's a single element slot. Skill set updated.
Okay, doesn't help there. Does it help here? Oh yeah, it does. Argent Gem. What is I need to check what that move was.
Are you?
Avenging Arrow. 4 wind, 12 time. And it was on defense? Kind of impossible without a time slot. Which I think Van is the only one who has a defense time. Okay, besides Swing.
Adjustment complete.
Oh, she's in all of
Activating
those.
maintenance mode. Sorry, that's a single element slot.
Okay. Daybreak Barrage needs 4 wind. I already have Fade on there, so let's move this over.
Skills changed.
Keeps that. Let's put this here.
Skills changed. Sorry, that's a single element slot.
If I put
skills changed.
There.
Ooh, a shiny new skill.
Okay. So that puts
Don't worry, Citri's got your back.
okay, Shiza is not available right now. Agnes is fine. She's got more arts power.
Hey, I've been waiting for you. Let me know if you need anything, okay? Appreciate your business. We've got the good stuff. Thanks a bundle. All charged and ready to go. Hang in there.
This will serve me even better.
Okay.
Shifting to maintenance mode.
There he has red hair, okay.
New shard skill added.
Problem with putting that on him is that he doesn't have. He only has minus 20, which is not much. Might be better to put something else on him. Their utility. Put Refreshing Veil on him. That way, if Van really needs to, we can heal defend. He does have some of the highest defense. He's tied with Judith. Better to have Innocence on. It's about the same, and I think it's about the same skills. definitely get one. So let's get Kincaid. I guess he's most likely to be of help to us.
Lantern launched!
Do you really mean that?
Hello.
I already have this.
Thank you.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 345, yes. 146, yes. Papers 7, 8. Movies, yes. Chess 141. 32 out of 34, I believe. Yes, I have 32. Let's see. I'm short one gift. What would it be? I can't really do anything about it now.
What's next? What's next?
Well,
Yeah, 35, 34. Let's see. What was the last gift that we had? Would have been the silver lighter, right? Which
What's next?
I'm sure I got that.
Well then, shall we?
Welcome to the liberal boutique. I'm quite proud of what we have to offer.
Got that.
We'll be looking forward to your next visit.
Anything of interest?
Got
I
that.
hope you found everything to your liking.
I know I got the... Did I get the compact?
Here goes.
Welcome to Erland, sir. Oh, please take as
Yes.
much. I hope to see you.
I don't know if I got
Here
the
goes.
Charlotte and Boutique one. It doesn't sound right.
Thank you for visiting.
Welcome. Thank
There
you
we
for
go.
coming.
Phew, good.
Please stop
Because
by.
I remember when I saw the when I saw it
If you
being
need
red,
something custom made,
it was during the Route D when I wasn't like able to enter the stores.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention. What would you like today? If you need fresh vegetables and ingredients that are directly sourced from farmers, look no further than Holden Groceries.
You better take good care of it.
We invite.
That's annoying that I could have had I mean, not that Reset really attacked, but I could have had more damage on her. I think Fairy... Yeah, Fairy also needed it. Okay, that is
I'll take good care of it.
good. That's 40. Okay, I think that's low. 40 gifts. Fish is 27 out of 28. Orville locks should be 11. Not seeing one for that. Oh, I already got it. Then why is it saying 11 out of 12? I have the achievement for this. Whatever.
Let's be on our way.
I'm just happy that I I had access to the last one. Okay. Oh. I told one of my friends I was at like 40-50. I'm at 80. I guess that makes sense. Because, like, how long do we says this game is at like 90 for a completionist? And I have left it on for a little bit, so it's probably more like 70. Just drive straight in.
Genesis!
The other 6 we brought are glowing too.
They're all carrying one. What is it, like a pocket dimension again?
What the?
Whatever they call it, the closed space.
Guess we came to the right spot after all.
I see. So the enemy was headquartered right under our noses.
Hey guys.
Ren!
Renee, Shizuna.
Hey JR. How's it going? I see you found a cute dog.
Why are you? Actually, I don't even need to ask. You remembered too, didn't you?
Yes. While the details are hazy, we likely remembered at the same time as the rest of you.
Okay. I fell asleep, so I lost a couple hours.
The memories of us
but I
overcoming
should be
the
able
events
to
of these 3
finish
days
this
rushed right back to us.
this act tonight.
She tracked Miss Clodell using her Zypha's location data, while I located you via the CID's information network. As for the Divine Blade of Silver, I presume she arrived here by way of her unclouded eye, in conjunction with her personal instincts.
Oh, I'm always tuned into when something fun is afoot. And
Oh,
after
Ren?
all we've been through together,
Ren's great.
It'd be a crying shame not to tag along for the finale.
Oh, brother.
She is a scythe.
I gave her that data due to our school festival work. We've had to touch base a lot.
Sounds like collusion to me. Instead of getting here fair and square, you people resorted to sneaky tricks.
Sneaky tricks, Aaron? This entire game has been sneaky tricks.
So what? We can rest a lot easier with them on board.
Definitely. Considering what could be waiting for us up ahead, the more allies, the better.
Is that my cue to make a big comeback?
Nadia!
Nadia!
Thank goodness you're all right. Or, well, as much as you can be.
Gotta say, I'm surprised you landed on this place before we did.
Yep. Not from the get-go, though. And I didn't use any sneaky tricks. I just tapped into my partner senses and asked myself where us would hide in or around the capital. Then I went down the list, one candidate at a time for 4 whole days, starting yesterday.
You just process of elimination.
You know
the
the final
hideout.
corrosion 3 days from now? That was when I stumbled into this place and faced off against the Garden Master. I managed to get the drop on him and steal back one of the Genesees, but then... Ace!
Out of the way, Nadia. Ace is my partner. I won't let you lay a finger on him.
Ace, you're...
Well now, you've turned into quite a little bandit in the short time since I've seen you, Nadia. Everything is in place. Won't you join us in watching the rise of a new dawn?
Not on your life, Garden Master!
So that's what happened when you reclaimed the 7th Genesis.
So the main thing you need to know about what's going on is time travel. Or to be precise, time rewinding.
We were totally blindsided back when Swin joined the Garden Master on Nemeth Island. But him having a crimson aura
Yes,
changes
that is
things.
that is his title.
The corrosion must have already gotten to him by then. And it's been eating away at his sense of self ever since.
An experience we know all too well. Though, when it first began for him remains a mystery.
People say that. It's actually incredibly threatening if you know the lore of this world. Short history, the Gardens were a series of organizations, like it was an organization in 4 parts, that trained child assassins in incredibly brutal ways. And so we thought we were done with the Gardens because we defeated all of the Overseers, but then the Garden Master showed up, who is above the Overseers. That being said, there aren't any gardens anymore. All the gardens have been destroyed, but the fact that he was in charge of those is incredibly threatening.
His condition resembles that of Jin and Kiliga during the coup d'etat.
The difference is that this appears to be the actual Swin.
Nevertheless, the corrosion has forced him to follow orders at its convenience all the same.
My brother would never stoop to that. He wouldn't have to in the first place. Not that he is my brother, mind you.
So are you saying that Ace has been corroded himself?
Now that I know for sure, all of my hang-ups are gone. I'm gonna stop
Or he
us
was
and
never
bring
Ace to
him
begin
back.
with?
And this time, I won't be doing it alone.
Nadia.
To me, he's not just a former client or a part-time assistant. He's someone I trusted enough to act as my substitute. That's all the excuse I need to get involved. I'll let nabbing the 7th Genesis make up for you shirking work. You better be ready to get down to business.
Lucky for you, I've got an exclusive free overtime deal going on right now. Good to be part of the team again, guys. Glad to have you back.
You really had us rattled for a while. But now, we can finally retaliate.
Yeah. All that's left is to bring Swin around and teach those schmucks not to mess with us again. So what's our next move?
The Genesis resonance caused this phase space to expand. But there does not appear to be any activity beyond that. Perhaps there is another layer deeper within. Presumably, the Merhien Garten's resources would have been utilized to construct it.
Just like what happened with me. That must be where the enemies hold up.
Then what we need is a way to breach it.
Heads up! The welcome wagon's here.
Fall back!
These attacks feel familiar.
Oh god.
Not these guys again!
It's the artifacts
Really?
those overseers from the gardens had.
So it's not even that they brought like clones or dolls of the overseers. They just stole all the artifacts.
Olympia's angelic doll Ishtanti, and Ariok's fangs of Rahu.
They went missing en route to Arteria, just like the Sword of Divine Darkness.
The corrosion seems to have turned them into autonomous sentries.
So they can fight by themselves like an Erasion? Can't we ever catch a break?
Either artifact would make for an onerous fall. To say nothing of facing both
Like
at once.
the fangs of Rahu are scary enough as they are.
Everyone. We're riding this out no matter what.
Then I'm sure you
Being
wouldn't mind
they
some
basically made
assistance
you
from
immortal
yours
as long as you kept
truly.
killing people. But Ishtanti
The Society's
personally
golden butterfly.
like scared
Nice
me
of you
more.
to crash the party.
Just
I take
because
it you're after those
the whole
artifacts?
thing with
I am
Ishtanti
merely
was that
tying
it
up a
basically
few ends. How fortunate I am to
Hey,
steal a
Keith.
march on the Grolswitzer.
Oh, swell. I was hoping someone would pop
Yeah,
out
I
of
fell
nowhere
asleep.
and spout big-ass shit.
Who cares? As long as she's on our side.
Yeah, the whole thing of Ishtanti personally scares me more just as an artifact, just because the whole thing was that it gave you power, but kind of like locked your emotions away. So like they had the person who was using it, when we destroyed Ishtanti, it's not Friday night. Basically had a complete mental breakdown.
Just try to keep up, Golden Butterfly.
Very well.
It was a very
Shall we
sad
then?
scene. So yeah, I kicked something. That makes sense. These are the artifacts from Daybreak 1. So I got Volglyph. So combined with Lindbaum and Volglyph, if I don't get hit as Agnes, I have a plus 100% to my my Ketis attack. So that's pretty cool. I don't even think neither of these actually gives ATS. My equipments on Agnes are just stay alive, damn it. So she has almost 12,000 HP because I'm just like, I don't need her to be a glass cannon. I need her to, you know, keep on attacking. So I just gave her plus 5,500 health. But I think it's the most I can do right now. Okay, we should be good. Oh, magic. Except Nadia. Oh, Nadia got upgrade. Nadia has better weapons than most of my team.
I'll take you on.
Whatever.
Pressure him and move in. Now we're talking. Let's take it down, Dan. I like where this is headed.
Not getting away. Blast off! Hold you on, yes.
Go get him,
What?
Tiger.
Why does it cost?
Pressure him and move in.
What
I
changed?
like where this is headed. Activating drive. Go get him,
That's
Tiger.
not normal. It should be 0. Did I remove something?
I like where this is headed. Go get him, Tiger. Keep it up. Now, ha! Show's over. Get in there, season up. Time to push through.
Going all in.
Go get him, Tiger. Keep it up. Coming right up. Send them
Initiating skill.
Butterfly.
Got your number.
Too slow. Let's go. Time to push through. Coming right up.
Hold you on, yes.
I mean, 100 isn't bad, don't get me wrong. But it should be 0.
Too slow. I won't lose. Don't hold anything back. Initiating drive.
Pull out.
Set them
Initiating skill.
You ready? It's go time.
Going all in.
I like where this is headed. Go get it, Tiger.
Shield. Still killed you.
A chance. Break a leg, Judith. Ready to roll. Finish him, Van. Take him out. Get him here.
They're down. Give him that. Butterfly. Hold you on, yes.
Let's go.
Okay.
Moving on up.
I did it. What'd you expect?
One step closer to reaching my
As annoying as that was, they were still just empty husks in the end. That halberd's not half as
Well.
scary without its owner to swing it around.
And without its mistress, the angelic doll was little more than a puppet. Regardless, it is a relief that we were able to subdue them.
I heard a bit about how you guys handled those overseers from the gardens. You even managed to save Ariok and Olympia
probably
from being
did.
freaks of nature forever. That's a pretty big deal.
It might have turned out like that, but it's not like we did it on purpose. And we didn't do all that much in the first place. Anyway, does our surprise visitor want to explain why she's here?
You mentioned something about tying up loose ends?
Well, it's not as though I harbor any personal sentiment for these artifacts or the overseers who wielded them. But as a relative of sorts,
What Lucrezia is saying, JR, is Lucrezia used to be in the Order of the Moonlight Horse. The Order of the Moonlight Horse, when it was destroyed, the remnants of the Order were taken in with remnants of a cult, and then they became the Gardens. So another crazy person combined an Order of Assassins with a bunch of cultists, and decided that would be a good place. That would be a good organization.
thought it only right that I clean up after their messes.
I've read the reports. You refer to your affiliation.
I mean,
one of the
same difference.
predecessors of the Gardens.
There's
correct?
there still had to be remnants. Just because they couldn't operate anymore, like, it doesn't change the word of how they were removed from the playing field.
That's acting on a pretty noble whim for someone from the same haunts as the Oathbreaker.
Now, don't give me that. Was it not you who said I wasn't as bad as Arwood back at Longport?
That ain't exactly a high bar to reach. I'll admit, though, your help came in handy this time.
As a bracer, my stance here is complicated. But only a Spriggan could facilitate such a wide scope of collaboration.
Then, if I may complicate things a touch further, might you be amenable to one more deal between us? I would be ever so grateful if you could allow me to take custody of those artifacts in lieu of the growth.
If the Steel Maiden, McBurn, and Love, yeah. Celine isn't here.
Say what? You wish for us to relinquish them to the Society?
Yes, though not for any nefarious designs, mind you. On that, I can swear to the Grandmaster. As I mentioned, this is but a single loose end. For my part, I wish to hold a memorial service in their honor.
I'm suspicious.
Perhaps I could help you forge a path inside by way of compensation.
You mean with that translocation trick?
Just like back in the Great Spire.
Ritzy's Duskglaive
What?
certainly could create an entrance into the enemy's territory. And swearing to the Grand Master is the highest vow a member of the Society can give.
We can
Rain
trust
here
her.
used to be a part of the
Common
Society.
sense tells us that recovering artifacts is something that should be left to the Church. But I don't think we have much choice here. Accepting her terms might be our only hope.
Again, for context, JR, the Steel Maiden was a temporarily immortal, super powerful knight. McBurn is a basically a demon. And Love was just a really, really, really strong swordsman.
True enough. Celise will rake
So,
me over
yeah,
the coals if she finds
them
out.
together
So I'm gonna need us all
are
to
going
keep
to
our
destroy
story
anything they
straight.
want.
I have no issue with that. The CID has already withdrawn any involvement in the matter.
I'm rather reluctant to deceive Dominions. But right now, protecting the people from the corrosion comes first.
It seems we have an accord. Shall we begin then? But I should mention, the best I can do is cut open a rift. Crossing it would be a separate matter. Now, without further ado...
No, they're all enemies. McBurn was in Reverie, but the other two are dead at this point in the story. And McBurn was only kind of in Reverie as like a... He wasn't in Reverie as a main character, he was just a controllable character. But nothing had to make sense in Reverie.
Be a dear and lend me a hand, would you, Shizuna?
Sure. I think I got the gist of it after watching you the first time.
Huh? You can't be serious.
Open...
Sesame!
God damn it.
Done. Not too shabby for an off-the-cuff copycat.
Why, that was marvelous, darling. Perhaps in time, you will be able to do this all on your own.
Wow. Who knew making holes in space was something you can learn by example?
It isn't. At least, not under normal
God damn it, Shizuna.
Sky's the limit with these chicks, huh?
With that, I leave the rest to you. I look forward to seeing how
I would
you
not be
plan to
surprised if
throw
Shizuna
away the
does
garden
just learn
man
that.
has grafted together.
Again, for context, Shizuna, the silver-haired girl, there is an ability called Spirit Unification, which was the result of basically having a shard of an otherworldly being inside of them that the main character could use. Again, that's massive oversimplification, but it was basically his ability. Shizuna saw that it looked fun and did it, and now it's one of her abilities. So I would not be surprised if Shizuna just learns how to cut holes in space. I also wouldn't be surprised if she never uses the ability because it wasn't fun.
You can skip the good luck speech. One more
That's just the character she's in.
After all we've been through. It's like this. I'm taking us back. End of story.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Now let's roll.
Are we in another virtual space? Nope, we just cut through. Okay. We still don't know who Zolga is.
He must have been the one who took over the Mirhien Garden. There's no doubt in my mind about that.
The Garden Master. All right there in the name.
Indeed. We don't know exactly how he did it, but it all must have been for the sake of his cause.
Am I overpowered? Like, what level are these enemies? I'm on normal. Hollow. Are these not even new enemies? No, they must be. What are they under then? Oh, okay. Okay, so they're under my level.
Justice always prevails.
We can win. Use a shark to get the
God, everybody has stealth. I mean, I love it. I'm just like surprised.
We all in one piece?
That's a gate.
I'll take it from
Looks
here.
like this area is structured similarly to the Mirhien Garden.
Yeah, but I'm getting a weird activating drive. There's something close to me. Stay on guard, everyone. We'll put an end to this.
I mean, I've done everything in the game,
Wonder who will fight.
so it's not surprising. Okay, see, that's what happened. I don't have an EP2 on me, so it only cut me down to 80%, or it only cut me down to 20%. Who's using Novel? Katra. I don't need this.
Initiate. Select a type. Port set.
I want him to have Deadly Lance. It sucks I don't have anyone else who can use Avenging Arrow, because Avenging Arrow is really useful. Okay. The one time that this map is freaking true north, with my guide, a lot of times these maps are weird shapes. So like sometimes I'll have a guide that's like this, because like that will make the map look better on the site. But my map always goes north when I open it up. So it's like I would keep having to change it over to like whatever direction I'm looking at on my computer. This is set up also like the tower from Daybreak. It even has the angels from Daybreak 1.
Going all in. You know what? Let's finish. Now we're
back to business.
Take this!
Yeah, these are very similar enemies to the tower from Daybreak 1.
Keep it up!
Now we're talking. Might want a boost here.
Going all in!
One skill coming right.
Well then.
Who can use an
Away we go.
EP3? I guess Van? Does he even have EP1? No. He's HP.
Modify what type report swapped in.
Switching to maintenance mode.
Skill set updated.
Pick a type. High-grade port swapped in.
So yeah, with that setup that I accidentally didn't have for a little bit, I have my spells cost 0. Because for some reason, when they made this game, they made deductions additive instead of like multiplicative, and I will never stop critiquing them on that one because I don't know why they did that. Because like any time I've ever seen deductions, I've seen it as like they like, I guess not every time, but like it just seems like having it as additive is just asking for abuse. And it's funny to me coming from this game where they have been actively trying to stop like overpowered strategies.
Justice always
Like, so for the first like 10 games, a dominant strategy was basically go into a fight with max resources and then just spam all your S-crafts, which you could do breaking the turn order,
Well, I'm glad someone here is enjoying themselves.
and then that would basically let you launch 4 super attacks in a row. They changed that in the previous game by making you have to have S boosts, that little thing in the corner. But then you could still do, you know, 2 S boosts in one turn, do 2 S crafts in one turn, and then, or 2 turns, and then just have enough S boosts to then, you know, keep it going. Like there's one point in the speedrun where we do 4 S crafts in a row. So they changed that again in this game so that you only can activate S crafts on the turn that you boost, or once per S boost. So it's like you have to have 2 S boosts and it can only do it once. It's like you have to wait for it to go down.
I like where this is headed.
And it's just like, it's so much work. And yet you made art stronger, and now we can cast a giant space ghost whale for free and reduce our delay by like 50-75% or whatever, I don't know. I don't think both verses apply at the same time, because it probably looks, when it's calculating delay, it probably looks at what element was it being used as, because how dual arts work in this game is that it takes whatever element is weaker, like it is
That looks like Miss Chest.
whatever element will do more damage, it does that to the opponent.
Use a sharp certain arts will work better.
And so it's like, I doubt it uses both at the same time, because that wouldn't make sense.
Taking center stage. Justice always prevails.
So it probably only does 50% delay reduction.
We've got the upper hand. Might want to boost some art should really hurt.
But who knows?
We'll get him back. Right, of course. Sorry I got so down. Thanks, Aggie. Nice and refreshed.
Okay, who am I fighting? Demon or person?
Honor 6.
Person.
Van!
You caught me, even after I stifled every sign I was here. Guess there's no fooling the divine blade of silver. Or Van's nose, for that matter.
Ambush? When did he get behind us?
It reminds me of Joshua back in the old days.
Freaking hell. You were striking to kill, weren't you?
Obviously. Right now, I'm the Three of Swords. As the Ace of Swords partner, it's my duty to remove any unwanted pests.
Us?
You surprised me, Nadia. The way you showed up on that last day. To be honest, I didn't think you had the nerve. Not enough to follow my lead joining Ace, or to come and stop me yourself.
I learned the bulk of your backstories when we joined forces 2 years ago. So I know how much guilt you feel over your former partner. Is that where the corrosion slipped through?
Not quite. This is something I chose for myself. It happened the moment he came into contact with me during our first night at Nemeth. It was late, and I couldn't sleep. So I left the villa and went for a walk on the beach without telling Nadia. Then all of a sudden, Lapis... No, Altera appeared right in front of me.
We know his backstory. It would just take more time to tell the backstory again, where everybody who needs to know it knows it. I, however, vaguely know it because I have refused to read the books. Yes, there are books in this world, and they tell important story. I've pieced together the story from conversations in the games, but for how much I've played these games, I have actually not read the books.
She took off, and I gave chase, eventually leading me right to him. He'd already been on the island, waiting to pull me back into his ranks. There was no way he could be alive. As his killer, I knew that better than anyone. Then, he showed me his face.
That's not Toa, though.
And the more we talked, the more of Ace I saw in him.
That emote's kind of a joke, just because, so that emote is Toa, but it's not Toa from this game. It's Toa from Tokyo Xanadu. Who looks exactly the same, has the same voice actress, I believe she has a different last name. Her name is Toa Kokonoe or something, instead of Toa Herschel. But for all intents and purposes, she's the exact same person. And so I was just like, no, that's my Tokyo Xanadu emote. Well, I mean, it's from the same company. Falcom made Tokyo Xanadu. It's just funny to me that that's my Toa emote. Well, I have another Toa emote. There's, I think, Blush. So, Blush 2 is based off of her from Cold Steel 1 and 2, whereas her Xanadu model is more like her in CS3, although obviously different outfit, because different world.
No amount of logic or reason could get me to shake the notion that it really was him.
It was funny that in into Trails into Reverie, they had a memory, well, not a memory, they had like a mini game where it was basically a rail shooter, like kind of like Star Fox. It was like a magical girl, like third person shooter, and they used backgrounds from Tokyo Xanadu. So it was like they were using like straight up backgrounds from Xanadu. So I was like, just make more Xanadu. Xanadu was the game that never ended. Like, you have like multiple chapters, I think like 7 chapters, and then you have...
I missed how it felt having him to depend on.
You have like the finale, and then like a true ending, and then an epilogue, and like an after story or something. Like it goes on forever.
That's why I made the decision to join him, to stand at his side to the bitter end, to see his ambitions through, no matter what they might be. The second I thought this, something crimson filled me, and all my memories of that night were sealed. They stayed dormant until the very next day, when the perfect moment came to betray you and turn my back on Nadia.
Gasp.
Swin.
So he was on the island from day one, huh? It's almost obvious in hindsight.
Beyond that, your memories were closed off. It had been troubling me how there were no signs beforehand.
You were planted as part of a subtle gambit to snatch the pieces of the 8th Genesis away from us.
Also, the Garden Master could fulfill his ambitions.
Is that really okay with you, Swin? Don't you realize how much grief you've been putting Nadia through?
Of course I do. But as long as he continues to be Ace, I
What
won't
if he
act
wasn't
any
Ace?
differently. That's the one and only way I can atone for what I've done.
What, killing him?
Corrosion is powering him up. But wait.
It's stronger than anything we've gone against so far.
Accepting the corrosion of his own volition has allowed him to bring out its full potential.
He appears to be staunchly committed to this.
I've
And unlike
completely
before,
lost what the
there's no
corrosion is at this
contradictions to pick
point.
apart. It won't be so easy to get through to him.
I know that Zolga's ability, like Zolga's shards, corrode, are called shard corrosion. I feel like along the point somewhere along the point they just started using it as like, this is his power. It's called corrosion. It doesn't matter if it doesn't actually corrode.
No. There has to be
But
a
it
way.
definitely
worry, Aggie.
does some level of control
None of
and
this changes the plan
power
one bit.
boost.
I'm bringing S back, period. If that means having to fight him, then fine. Anything for the best partner a girl could ask for. So pack me up, everybody. I'm gonna need all the help I can get.
Nadia. Okay then. I'm with you.
We're all with you. To the end. You'll always have me in your corner. What sort of upperclassman would I be otherwise?
If you have something to prove, Swin, then let's see it. This ain't just about atonement anymore. Your current partner's got you on the brain. Show us you can look at her with your head held high!
Fine. Take down you, Nadia. And everyone else you've got!
There are so many of
Must
them.
atone
Look
for
out.
what I've done.
God damn it. I mean, there's an autosave in this area.
Keep it up, it's working.
Okay, we're on this again.
I like where this is headed.
Now or never. Finish him, Fan. Pressure him and move in.
I like where this is headed.
Way to fire me up. Good luck.
I'm taking you
Some
down.
art should really hurt.
Take him out.
Pull out all the stops!
I'm not going easy.
Initiating drive.
Too slow.
Initiating drive.
Pressure him and
Move in.
Got a shield.
Going all in!
Shield! Catch everyone! Initiating drive!
Yeah, that would have killed man. She's is taking forever.
Going all in!
Your turn.
Leave this to me. I like where this is headed.
I'm taking you down.
Activating drive.
Thanks, pal.
Too slow. You're done.
Too slow. Go! You saved me. Appreciate that.
Bring it on!
Sheesh.
I'm taking you down.
This stage enhanced.
Make it count, Van.
Good luck. May we proceed with caution?
Don't hold anything back.
There. Here goes.
Full boost. Activate. Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Yeah, take this!
Too slow.
I didn't know you could stack marks.
Too slow.
God damn it.
Everyone.
It's go time!
I'm not going easy.
It took me what, 3 attempts I think on the last SP fight. Okay, where are we? Yeah, okay, good. It was a autosave because I know I didn't save before. Okay, so it was right here. So let's set this fight up because I didn't set up the last fight. Is there any better defense I can get? Because in normal fights, I don't care about people dying. I have Celestial, I have, like, Zerums. It's these SP fights that, God, they get me. See, like, 10 defense is not really gonna matter. Same thing with that. It's like, it's not worth buying new stuff over.
It would be my pleasure. I put quite a lot of effort into this.
Okay.
Nice and refreshed. There are so many of
Must
them.
atone
Look
for
out.
what I've done.
Keep it up. It's working.
I suggest we strike now.
That all you got? My move now.
Keep it up, it's working!
Here's my chance. Some arts work better.
I like where this is headed.
Cobalt Curve activate.
Too slow! You're done!
Now we're talking. Keep it up, it's working!
Time to push one. This legend
Go on, yes.
Going all in!
Ha!
Too slow. Too slow.
Be gone!
Too slow.
Ha!
Too slow.
Let's go!
So many turns in a row.
Can't take much more.
Now we're talking.
Full boost. Hit them where it hurt. I suggest we strike now.
Okay, so we'll have a turn.
Going all in!
I'm not going easy.
I suggest we strike now.
It's go! We're done!
Limiter unlocked!
Counting on you, season
Okay,
up!
that's 2. He's at like 40%.
Going all in!
Keep it up, it's working!
I'm not going easy.
How long?
Going
Okay,
all in!
like Tyrell and
Really? A chance! Don't hold anything back!
she's frozen though.
I'll end it.
Too slow.
Chance! It's go time!
May we proceed with caution. Don't hold anything back.
I'm taking you down.
There!
You're safe!
Here I go.
Keep it up, it's working! A chance!
Pull out all the stops!
I'm not going easy.
May we proceed with caution.
Is that all you got?
This legend
Go on, yes! Ha!
Too slow. You're done. Be gone.
Too slow. Here's my chance.
I like where this is headed.
Ha! Let's go down. Let's go. Full boost. Hit them where it hurt.
Pull out all the stops!
May we proceed with caution. Here we coming right up.
Chance!
Full boost! Go all out!
One.
Activate skill!
There we go.
Won't give up.
Okay, second try.
Moving on up.
I won't stop here! Oh,
That got
do
dangerous
better.
for a second there when they took like
One
20
step
turns in a
closer
row.
to reaching my peak.
Pretty impressive, Nadia. Your needle arm's steady, and your threads aren't wavering a bit. Looks like you've finally gotten over things enough to treat me like an enemy.
I couldn't get over you if I
I
tried!
mean, I wouldn't even count the first try just because I had to waste a turn getting Reset on the field. If I had known it was an SP fight, I would have
But I'm
brought
still
Reset
gonna
in.
fight like I mean it! Anything to bring you back
Like I would have
to
had her
me!
on the field to begin with.
And then, once I do, we can laugh about it together and welcome LP home with a smile! Nadia.
Punk-ass bastard! Wake the hell up already! Or are you just gonna leave your partner a sniveling wreck forever?
What he said! There's no reason for us to keep fighting!
Talk all you want. It won't change my convictions. Sorry to cut and run, but I'm pulling back.
Win! Us!
He's gone. A tactical withdraw.
Only a temporary one, if I had to guess.
Yeah, but he won't be catching up to us anytime soon from down there. Holding up okay, Nadia?
You think he would have grown out of the whole making the girl you like cry phase by now?
Yeah, I'm fine. Let's keep going. Maybe we can fix S by taking out the source. Nadia!
It stands to reason, seeing as our primary goal is to end the corrosion.
The Garden Master, the 8th Genesis, and the Crimson Grendel. They're the root of all this. Put a stop to them, and Swin should return to normal.
In that
Again,
case,
this is
we
conjecture.
should continue on without delay.
This is starting to give me like real with how calculating the Garden Master's been. It's starting to give me real Rossian vibes, where it's like, hey, we won. Finale. Everything gets somehow even worse.
If we screw around too long, Ashen's corrosion might start up again.
Since Swin's here, that means the Garden Master's probably roosting nearby. Stay sharp, guys. Let's close things out with a bang. Path's all clear.
That kid sure knows how to put up a fight. Can't say I'm a fan of him when he's not on our side.
Take that back! You should be a fan of us no matter what side he's on. But she's so strong and cool.
Tell she's trying to find a great face.
Might want to boost
I'm glad she's trying to break
Some really hurt when I'll put it in.
Possible.
Good work, guys.
Or she's gonna just had the idea too.
Careful. That's above an A-level threat.
Let's
Might want to boost here. I'll put an end to this. Here's my chance. Here we go. This be Sarugi. Some art should realize coming right up.
Chance.
Use a shadow draw. Well, that's that. What's next? Hollow core level. Activating maintenance mode.
Holocore Karabia initiated.
Okay, so it's just O's, Karabia, Rame. I think Abe? No, Vine. Okay. Those are the only ones that aren't level 5. What I don't understand is why. I know there's at least one I get later. There's probably a couple more that are from the bonus levels. Because I remember reading at least one in the when I was dealing with that whole Frau issue.
Here goes.
I do hope everyone is well.
Watch it. That one's big.
Use a sharp weakness within the boost gauge limiter up. Let's keep moving ahead.
Looks like a check.
I gotta say, it's really hard to read the CP meter. I know they only have so much space to work with it,
Here goes. Leave this to me.
but it's really hard.
Charging, good and done. Be careful. Now it's my turn. Now's your chance to boost. Now. I won't lose.
purports said. Maintenance mode engaged.
Holocore Karabia, initiated.
There's a ton of them. So we get to work. I'm on it. Freeze and reach. Leap and let's go. Crush this party. Shut the fuck down.
Good work, guys. We all in one piece.
Slicing down. They're down. Come get our hair. You're next. Let's keep moving ahead. Hunt you, flinch next. We've got the upper hand. I suggest we strike now. I do hope everyone is well. Careful. That's above an A-level threat. Slicing down. Down. Up to you. Let's go, Agnes. I suggest we strike now. Activating drone.
Really, a 200% weakness? That's ridiculous.
There. Now we're talking. Time to push through. Keep it up.
The help was much appreciated.
It seems we have a way forward.
I've been on the lookout for any surprise attacks, but I don't think that boy's planning any.
Well, we should keep our eyes peeled just in case. He might be with the Garden Master already.
Watch out! That enemy looks strong. This could get tricky.
Let's get to work.
Make it count, Van. Here's my chance. A chance! Activating drive.
Well then. Here we go.
This could get tricky.
Tear down.
Going all in. Show me what.
I'll put it in. Here's my chance. Activating skill. Mr. Arkwright, use a shark beast to get the ball.
We're done.
Enemy suppressed. Let us proceed ahead.
Holocore leveled up.
Watch out! That enemy looks strong.
Let's get to work.
We need to be cautious.
Now we're talking. Make it count, Van.
Activating
All
skill.
you on, yes.
Activating skill. There. Let's go.
Well,
That looks like
that's
next
that.
test.
What's next?
Sure. High-grade quartz swapped in.
Choose a type. Okay, all set. Switching to maintenance mode. Choose a type. Okay, all set.
Looking to adjust your
Initiating maintenance. Skills.
Looking
to it. Switching to maintenance. Don't worry. Switching to it. Initiating maintenance. Adjustment complete.
There, Arc Feather. I have no idea if Arc Feather even activates on a field attack, but, you know, might as well. I'm sure it'll come in handy in some boss fights.
Away we go. Here goes
now they make for a fun fight.
Show 'em what you're There! Leave us to me. Take our time here. Cut you We've got the upper hand.
The help was much appreciated.
Going all in!
You're next. Flinch, here's my chance. Activating skill. drive. Activating skills.
Good work,
I'm
guys.
sensing a powerful
One
force
piece.
coming from up ahead.
The root of all this evil is waiting just beyond here. It's time we dealt with the Garden Master.
He's put us through hell and back, so it's time we return the favor. We're giving him a one-way ticket to Gehenna. And then we'll end this nightmare once and for all.
Nice.
Okay.
Refreshed.
Well, isn't this a surprise? You've clambered inside before the corrosion could even begin. No doubt it was your 3 days of fruitless, ungainly struggles that led you here. Perhaps a round of applause is in order.
Took long enough for you to show.
There's the 8th Genesis. And that man in the coat.
Otherwise known as the beast clad in crimson armor.
So this is where you've been carrying out the corrosions from.
That's right. Nice of you and your friends to join us. Spriggan.
Don't tell me that the man in the coat is alternate world Van.
He really is different from before.
Obstinate mules. Not one speck of grace
That would
or
actually,
elegance to be
honestly,
found among
I
you.
don't want to know, but that would actually make the most sense out of anybody, is if this is just a dark, they did the same thing that they did with Reen, that this is just a van that went down the dark path. If they did the same things they did with freaking alternate Reen, like, oh my god, this is like the biggest build up to the exact same game.
Even after failing over and over again, you picked yourselves up and
I could be wrong.
trudged all this way.
I don't know.
And I'd do it again in a heartbeat. That's just how important you and S are to me. You should know what a greedy girl I am. I won't stop for a second until I've got you all to myself.
All we need is a room full, this room to have about 30 more people, and then it'll be just like Reverie.
Just hang tight. You'll be home free before you know it. Then you won't have to let this freak boss you around anymore.
Oh, come now, Nadia. No fond feelings to spare for your brother. And after all it took to reunite us, you were everything to me.
Haven't you tried to get into her head enough? And not just her. Your corrosion has brought harm to so many others, forcing them into committing crimes they never would have considered. My great-grandfather left the Genesees behind as his legacy. I won't allow you to abuse them like this.
Never would have considered. Surely you jest. Their misdeeds were always within the realm of possibility. My contributions amounted to no more than a slight push. It was they, as well as several of you, who stepped out of line. Am I wrong?
That's not...
Oh, sure. As if you've been such a goddamn saint.
We'd been wondering for some time now. What was it that led you to incite these incidents?
Each and every one was its own self-contained case rooted in people's personal affairs. How would that link back to your ultimate plan, logically speaking?
Here's a theory. The corrosion and distortion themselves are what you've been after.
Perhaps the closest we came to the crux of things was the coup that took place on the 3rd day.
Rather than simply targeting emotional vulnerabilities, as had been done until then, you relied on cheap tricks to induce widespread corrosion.
Once we'd gotten 4 of the Genesees back, keeping up appearances was the last thing on your mind. Thanks to that, we managed to edge our way closer to the truth, hiding behind your smarmy little smirks.
To call it hidden is rather an overstatement. Ignorant fools such as yourselves could never hope to grasp my noble cause. It's as simple as that.
Noble cause?
I remember you touching on that a bit. Something about rewriting Calvard's broken history, right?
Sounds like the ravings of a lunatic to me.
I can hardly expect you to comprehend. For the past 100 years, this country's poor, beloved citizens have been forced to tread a history steeped in falsehoods. But soon, I will shatter this illusion.
Is he trying to
and
say
guide
there's a
the
lie
way.
in the revolution?
Those who stand in the way of my hegemony will meet a pitiless end. The time has come, Altera. Fulfill your purpose! Let the howl of the Crimson Beast herald the beginning of a new dawn!
Shard corrode. The Grendel's online.
Get ready to kick some ass, guys!
This is our chance to put an end to the corrosion, here and now.
He's gonna pay for making a bootleg of my brother. And then, we're taking you back, LP!
Deploying shards.
The dawning of a new world is upon us.
Now, fight!
I suggest our right now work better. A chance!
Going all in!
I like where this is headed. Way to fire me up.
What a farce.
Shut them down, Reset.
Going all in!
Cobalt Curve activate.
Power! Wells with it!
Let's go, yes.
Ready your annihilate!
Use a shard boost to get the upper hand. Don't hold anything back.
Face me!
Attack their
It's all your crap!
Too slow. Let's go, yes.
Contumelious little...
It will take more than that to defeat me.
Here I go. Activate. Boost gauge limit exceeded. A chance. Activating drive. Keep it up. It's working.
Ready your annihilate us, you know?
There. A chance. Activating drive. Now we're talking. May we proceed with caution? Guess I better jump.
You dare interfere with my destiny? Saber's Judgment Day is a farewell!
Well, that was aggressive.
Don't interfere!
I
mean,
like
they're
where
mostly
this is
dead.
headed.
That was aggressive, dude.
Pressure and move in.
Boost gauge expanded.
Keep up, Lancer! An ineffectual endeavor.
Do even better.
I will always strive to better myself. One step closer to reaching my peak.
Well, what'd you expect?
Wait! He's still got something up his sleeve.
LP! Was that a rewind?
A highly localized one, too. And to make things worse, it's enhancing them even further.
They can do that?
Why so hesitant? You've capitalized on this power countless times yourselves. Were you not resolved to oppose my ardent wish, the way my former compatriots once did?
This asshole thinks he's such hot shit!
We won't stand a chance unless we stop the Genesis and that fairy from empowering him.
But to do that, we'll have to force our way through the Crimson Beast and the Vanguard.
Is he trying to say that he was part of the revolution?
This is
Is
quite
that
a
what he means, like
predicament.
former compatriots?
Hey, Grendel Solga. I'm gonna ask again. Just who the hell are you? I let that bastard call the shots when you're the one who holds all the power.
How pointless. That thing is no one worth mentioning. I merely chanced upon it when I obtained the core of the Eighth. It's little more than a replicated spirit that had been dwelling within that device.
He was inside it? A replicated spirit. Could the system have simulated it somehow?
For real? Yes. It is a pitiful tool and nothing more. A beast with no name or memory to speak of. And yet, the power of corrosion it possesses has brought me that much closer to realizing my grand ambitions. What else could this be if not providence? The great goddess herself has ordained my rule by might.
Are you done? My ears can't take anymore. If that guy's just being manipulated, then I can still feel some level of sympathy for him. The better question is, who are you, Garden Master? Ace and I were separated when I was only 9. Until you showed your face, I never connected the dots. And that's despite me being his actual sister. Despite us being so torn that he let himself get corroded. But it turns out my gut was right. There's no way you could ever be my brother.
Okay, so
And
this
you
is
can
like
bet
an
your
anima
bottom dollar
situation?
on that. I mean, come on. Everything that leaves your mouth is so cheesy, you could serve it with a basket of toast.
What mockery is this?
You spew out words that make you sound big, but anyone can tell how small you really are.
It's true. I don't think you have what it takes to lead anyone.
The overseers of the gardens, the mafia, the society, all of them had actual substance at least.
In comparison, your ways are twisted and warped. They are sorely lacking in authenticity.
And most importantly, I can't imagine someone like you ever inspiring Swin's genuine trust.
Just so we're clear, I don't actually care all that much about who you really are. But for your information, my brother did everything he could for me and S until his very last breath. So why don't you drop the act and impersonate someone more your speed next time? You shallow, half-baked hack!
Ah, blasted girl! You dare ridicule me?
Hey, the freaking Sith
Nadia!
You son of a...
like
I had
whatever it was
intended
called.
to spare you out of consideration for my
A
pawn,
Sith,
but no
whatever it's
longer.
called in Star Wars.
You will leave this world as a sacrifice of the true revolution.
Stop!
Ah! Die.
Think again! You...
Ganja! Help! Unhand me! Foolish...
Let's go!
The 8th Genesis. And now it's all ours. Splendid work.
You finally arrived at the...
Ugh! Curse you, Swin Abel! How did you dispel the corrosion that you voluntarily received?
Blame yourself for letting me out of it, Garden Master. He was the one who taught me how it works.
No, it can't be.
The corrosion you allowed into yourself is akin to a contract. Once a discrepancy in the terms agreed upon crosses a certain threshold, the shackles that bind you will be released.
I was to accept and obey for as long as you continued to be Ace. So I decided to make a gamble. I waited. Waited for you to do the one thing Ace never would. Raise a finger against Nadia.
Ah!
So the man in the coat conspired with you?
Huh?
Well, I had some unexpected help from outside, too.
Think of it as a bit of meddling from a distant auntie. This should grease the wheels a touch. Now, Give him what for, won't you, darlings?
She helped? That woman always did have an odd sense of duty.
Nadia, I can't tell you how sorry I am. Putting you in danger is awful enough. But I went a step further and hurt you myself.
I always knew you were in there somewhere else. That look in your eyes never changed. It's the same one you had when you said you'd never leave me.
It was risky. I was banking on breaking out of the corrosion and leaving him vulnerable. I know it was selfish of me, but I figured if anyone would understand.
How could I not, silly? You and me aren't a perfect pair for nothing.
Nadia.
This warmth. Why do these two feel so familiar?
They're finally back together.
It only took, what, 4 or 5 time loops?
We're happy for you both.
Yeah. Now on to our last bit of business.
Wretches, all of you!
So much for that high and mighty attitude.
It's the end of the line for you!
You've lost your false face, the Genesis, and every one of your pawns. This is checkmate.
Now start talking. We want to hear all you know about the incidents that have happened thus far.
Once again am I stripped of everything and cast away. History truly does repeat itself. But I won't be belittled by you ignorant masses.
What now?
A swirl of black shards?
He not only assimilated the Merian Garden's resources, but now the power of Septium Vein as well.
That I am. Even without the Genesis, authority over this domain belongs to me. I'm past the need for peons. The true revolution will be carried out with my own 2 hands. Yes, that's it. Next time will be the one. My ideals shall spread not just throughout the Republic, but to every corner of the continent.
What are you babbling on about?
Interesting.
Not to interrupt, Garden Master, but you still haven't answered the question. Remember? Nadia asked who the hell you are. We know you're not the guy she called her brother, or Swin, his partner. But there's gotta be some connection. Else you wouldn't have had the personal details to fool him with.
I'm rather curious about that myself. When you appeared on Nemeth, your words implied a measure of nostalgia.
Only up to this point. This place brings back so many memories.
Nostalgia? For the island?
Yes, but it likely goes even deeper than that. Consider how often he's talked about correcting history, or this true revolution of his.
Then there's his connection to the DG cult, as well as his emphatic dissent against the current republic.
To my knowledge, those qualities coincide with those of the former royal family, who survived by taking refuge within the cult. But since the cult has its roots in the Middle Ages, it wouldn't be odd if there were other such cases throughout history.
You mean...
Come on. It's just crazy talk.
If it's true, it would mean the impossible has occurred. But think about all the curtains we've pulled back so far. All the unbelievable truths we've glimpsed behind them. I don't have any evidence to prove this, so it may be too far of a leap in logic. But if I had to guess at your identity, one person sticks out in particular. The man who supported Sheena Dirk during the Democratic Revolution 100 years ago. The gifted thinker who ran amok.
He's
creating
Aramis?
a reign of terror before being put to death. The figure every Calvardian knows, whose ideology
I got the wrong
aligns
thinker.
all too well with yours. Auguste Alden. That's who you really are, isn't it?
To think the day would come when someone of this era would refer to me by that name.
Okay, bro. Try harder.
As you say, I am Auguste Alden. 100 years ago, I hoisted my ideals high and rose up alongside Sheena Dirk and her cohorts.
What? It's like what happened to Gerard Dantes. Or the Emperor a few years back in
Oh, it was funny. I was gonna say, like, I'm sure he was somewhere in, like, a book that I didn't read or something about the history of this country.
Well,
except this time, it's a whole lot worse.
Hold on. Can we back up to what he just said?
As far-fetched as it sounds. You admit it, right? You're the same Auguste Alden from a century ago. The Revolution's resident philosopher.
Yes, although I made no particular effort to hide it. I simply wished to avoid any undue confusion. Moreover, my name has long been besmirched as that of the mad philosopher who betrayed the mother of the revolution.
You were executed as a political offender. Yet for some reason, here you stand before us. Would the cult happen to have anything to do with that?
Yes, though my relation to them was merely that of a parasite in its host. 100 years prior, I joined Sheena and her followers in standing against the atrocities perpetuated by our monarchy. After a fiercely fought battle, we won our freedom. Every one of us rejoiced, drunk off the prospect of a new age. But this jubilation was short-lived.
I'm sure this is some sort of
In the
reference
wake of the revolution,
to the French
it soon
Revolution.
became clear that my ideology differed
But I
from
don't
that of
remember
my
enough about the
former
French Revolution
compatriots.
to know what they
My
might be
disquiet
referencing.
over the Republic's future drove me to forcible methods. Sheena and the others opposed this, and the mindless multitude supported them. I was ultimately labeled a traitor, placed in irons, and sentenced to capital punishment. But in time, by means unknown to me, I awoke. In the darkest recesses of a gloomy cellar, my consciousness lived on. It had been absorbed, zeal intact, by an artifact under the possession of the then active cult.
That makes sense.
For the next century, I continued to leech off of them, undetected, and observe the world from the shadows. After the destruction of the cult 11 years ago, I was transferred to my new host, the Gardens. Upon their annihilation, I secured an extraordinary simulacrum the overseer of the Garden of Thorns had secretly taken the initiative to create. He had chosen the ultimate template from their vast
I love the
accumulation
screen.
of data. The matured body of the Ace of Swords. In addition to that was the core of the 8th Genesis, which he had received from Almada's leader and stored connected to the network. With it, I pilfered the continent's leading AI and developed an altered high-performance hollow, as well as the beast clad in crimson armor. Every part was in service of correcting Sheena's self-righteous revolution, of repainting history as it ought to have been.
While it's awfully hard to believe, there are no holes in his story that I can see.
Auguste, the philosopher. His obsession knows no bounds.
My prosthetics were also fashioned after simulacra. So even the Gardens was researching them.
It was Melchior. He made an aged-up clone of Ace all on a whim.
As if his sense of humor wasn't sick enough. Not that stealing Lapis and creating that Crimson Beast is any better.
Then came the incidents that arose throughout Calvard, due in part to the Oathbreaker's aid.
It was you then!
I mean, it sounds like true to his name as the philosopher, he wanted to, he had a more probably like militant view of how Calvard should proceed. They disagreed, and while they might have went too far in killing him, that's what happened. So he basically thinks that how people view Calvard is, or Sheena, Dirk, and the others is false, and that he wants to expose them for what actually happened in his mind. It seems pretty straightforward. I mean, it's kind of incredibly biased, but that's based on what he said, is that he just thinks that people don't know the truth. Now, why that proceeded to him going through shard corrosion to try to change everything is a bit much, but he's also a century-old spirit inside of an artifact, so you can't really expect him to be sane.
You were the one behind them all!
Indeed I was.
Makes sense to me, though.
By using the crimson corrosion to weave impossible causalities together, I sought to destabilize the very fabric of space and time. Doing so will grant me a foothold from which I can rewind the Republic and all of Zemuria by 100 years.
Interesting.
Aramis, Olga, Sheena, gaze down upon me from Aetios' kingdom. Watch as I actualize the ideals you shut your ears to.
Yeah.
The unshakable republic that should have been. In correcting the course of this continent, I shall engulf this malformed narrative.
I mean, it doesn't really matter what his political ideals are. If,
He's finally
you know,
shown his true colors. Now you can see your enemy for what he really is.
Yeah, we're basically
know
up
his
against
goal.
the dark side of Calvard's history. But so what?
All you do is ramble over what happened a century ago. Ever hear about leaving the past in the past?
You posed as my brother, tortured S, and held LP hostage. All for your stupid little grudge. Gotta say, I don't think I've ever been this ticked off in my life.
Same goes for us. You hurt so many and trampled all over their pride.
Despicable acts like yours are something no Grimcat could ever let slide.
Managing this crisis is my duty to Marduk. And above all, as a member of Arkwright Solutions.
So you're a ghost, tough shit. That doesn't put you above your just desserts.
Exercising a century's worth of spite? Sounds like a rip-roaring blast to me.
Everywhere I go, the cult's traces follow. But I'm through running away.
In order to preserve the present we've seized for ourselves, I'll crush the past as many times as it takes.
And I refuse to let the Genesees bring any more grief and disaster to others. We'll stop you, no matter what.
Losing isn't an option. Hold nothing back, everyone. No exceptions.
But of course, you have my full support.
Such arrogance for a band of criminals coddled by a misbegotten history. My new dawn has no further need of you. Now vanish into the annals of obscurity.
Get him good, Van!
You bet. Let's do it, guys. This jackass has had things go his way for too damn long. So now, we're gonna even the score in one go! Right!
I should check before I do this. Is this... Okay, this is just normal fight. That's fine. So let's go... should be enough.
Commencing maintenance. Commencing maintenance.
Hollow Kornagi coming online.
Hollow Core Karabia initiated.
They are. Do I want to take Van out because he doesn't have any CP? I don't want to take the. Okay, I'll replace. I don't want to take Shizuna out completely, because she's still really good.
At last, a new dawn is on the horizon.
We should go on the attack.
Take this! Keep it up, it's working!
Ren, if you would.
Some elements look effective. Some elements look effective.
We should go on the attack.
Some elements look effective.
Keep it up, it's working!
You're next, Nunez!
We'll take that!
Vanish into the shadows of history.
We should go on the attack. Let's stay on the offensive.
Keep it up!
I'll remember this. Let's stay on the offensive.
Keep it up, it's working!
Vanish into the shadows of history.
Stay on guard.
Take this!
Let's stay on the offensive.
Display staff.
To the shadows of history.
We should go on the attack.
Some elements look
You can
effective.
do this.
Initiating drive.
Here.
Activating skill.
I won't lose!
Activating skill.
How dare you defy me, you traitors!
We'll win.
Vanish into the shadows of history. There's no praise so long.
I'll take you on!
Vanish into the shadows of history.
Now's your chance to boost, Van!
Vanish into the
Take
shadows
this!
of history.
Boost gauge monitor removed!
Thank you. My thanks.
I don't like it, Van!
Now then, your life is full.
I don't like it, Van! We'll take that! Full boost! Don't hold back,
Let's stay on the offensive.
I don't like it, Van! Good luck!
Some elements activating skill.
Elaine, if you would. Ren, if you would.
Activating.
I've got you covered! Full boost! Don't hold back,
Let's stay on the offensive.
Keep it up, it's working! I don't like it, Van!
Stop. Cease. Stay out of my way.
We'll win.
There's no praise so long.
No, nice. Kill on the revenge feather. Classy.
Fading away. 100 years of history remade in my image.
Yeah, whine about it.
Why did you forsake me, Aramis? How could you not understand Olga? Sheena, I only wished to see the dawn alongside you all.
And then we have to fight all three of the rest of them, who are also spirits.
Vast data and resource stores are flowing in en masse.
Because everyone's evil in the past.
Hang on to.
Lapis! No!
What?
What happened?
Let's see. We jumped into that vortex so that we could rescue LP!
Lapis, where is she?
Don't worry. She's safe. And it's all thanks to you. Give yourselves a pat on the back.
Is this actual Ace's spirit?
Ace. Is
That's
you?
the music.
Yeah. Thanks to you guys. All of the things that made me the person I am were set free. It's been too long. Swin. Nadia.
Ace! You're actually here, right? A real honest-to-goodness you?
Yep.
So I guess I can do the pre-final dungeon
No.
stuff.
Both myself and this place are being sustained by a portion of the resources the Garden
But I
Master
don't
absorbed.
believe I'll have
So
time
at
for
best, this is
all the
only
finale
a
tonight. I have work
temporary-
tomorrow.
Nobody asked you to split hairs
Wish I
about it.
hadn't fallen asleep.
Missed you so much, Ace. I thought I'd never see you again.
You sure have grown, Nadia. I'm so sorry I never made it back. all
This is
that
some
time
freaking
ago. Who would've
guy,
guessed I'd get a second
like Lloyd
chance
Guy
like this?
scene stuff.
It's become so beautiful. I couldn't be prouder to call myself your brother.
Oh, Ace.
As for you, Swin, you've gotten taller, huh? I've been watching you through it all. Your clash with the Emperor, the incident in Crossbell, and everything from then to now.
Ace. I never got to apologize to you. There had to have been another way. I should have tried harder to find it.
It's all right. Swin, I wanted you to live on. How else would you have saved Nadia? Or lit the first spark that toppled the gardens? I knew my eyes didn't fail me. You really were the best partner a guy could ask for.
Ace.
No.
Already?
Like I said, this meeting can't last forever. My time was running out from the start, but I'm thankful I got to see you again. It's nice to know I won't have to worry anymore. You've made a lot of great friends, both in Crossbell and in Calvert.
LP!
She's okay. Thank goodness.
So long, you two. Whatever comes next, I know you'll make it through just fine. Like always. Promise me that you'll take good care of your little sister here.
Ace!
Zoko!
Nadia!
Come on, Swin. Rise and shine.
Where?
You're finally awake.
Honestly, always making us fret.
We were afraid that we'd lost you. Are you hurt anywhere?
Maybe think before you leap. Next time some freak-ass portal starts sucking everybody in.
Well, as long as they made it, then no harm, no foul.
The important part is that you're okay.
Something wrong?
Just a dream.
I think.
Actually, that was as real can get. LP! Swin? Nadia? Where did Rufus
Lapis
go?
form.
Lapis!
Finally! He went through so much to find you, LP! It feels as though I've been dreaming for a very long time. I'm famished. But an extra nap or two won't hurt.
Huh? Did she just go into Nadia's Zypha?
She appears to have been stored as a hollow.
Just give her a chance to recharge for a while. Her alterations have all been reverted, so you can rest easy for now. She'll be up and about again in no time.
That's good. We reunite after this long and she falls fast asleep.
Talk about coming full circle.
Well, at least she won't be going anywhere.
Ugh. I'm feeling pretty run down myself. And this place should collapse soon, so I'll see you later. Oh, and tell her I said hi.
Mare! Gone already. I guess she's earned a break.
Not to brag, but my brother really came through for us.
Yeah. He had our backs from start to finish. Goodbye, Ace. Thanks for everything.
Normality never felt so good.
Indeed. The garden's stolen resources should be in their rightful place now.
Does that mean it's finally over?
Yes. It has to be. Aside from a few lingering mysteries, that is.
Right. The Garden Master's gone. And the Crimson Beast ain't a threat anymore. Seems to me like we can close the books on this one. Though, there's still a few things we gotta keep an eye out for.
You're talking about Ashen, yeah? Her and everybody else who went rogue?
Correct. While the corrosion may be gone, the powder kegs still remain.
They've all got dark clouds over their heads.
Yep. It wouldn't be too much of a shock if a few of them found some other way to get a thunderstorm going again.
That being the case, we'll need to remain vigilant on all fronts over the next 3 days. But for now...
SLP and me. The triple threats are reunited at last.
Nadia, you're probably sick of me asking for forgiveness, but I hope you'll let me stay by your side again. Not to atone for anything, but because I choose to be there.
Really? Well, that's exactly where I want you. Welcome back.
It's good to be back, Nadia.
They found their happy ending together. I'm glad.
Yeah, well, we've still got a hectic 3 days ahead of us. But hey, now that you've finally got all your great-granddad's mementos in one place...
About that...
What the...
Did it lit up? That's suspicious.
Those are impressive results. Triple A
Nothing about
rank.
that should have drained their power.
Headquarters is sure to be impressed.
Okay, max HP 1,000. You know it's good when the text gets Yu-Gi-Oh'd. You know what I mean? Like when the text gets that weird font of Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Can't complain with that.
I had a great time.
Yeah, Kisara, got into the school. So we
It's
weren't there
been
for the
3
school
weeks
festival?
now, and we haven't seen any of the telltale signs of the corrosion.
No.
Safe to say we're in the clear.
Yep. Kasum and the Kruga haven't noticed anything either.
Nothing suspicious on the Heiyue front. They're all acting like their normal, shady selves. Though I was kind of surprised Ashin remembered the time she made that proclamation to Sao. She even did it all over again.
Someday I'll pull off something you'll never see coming. Then you won't even be able to think about brushing me off.
She has way more spunk than I gave her credit for. I guess she isn't just a little kid with a schoolgirl crush anymore. Maybe she's finally ready to face her feelings now that she's coming into her own.
Yes, she and everyone else have been sporting such a positive attitude of late, and that truly brings me great joy. Although, I do feel a gnawing sense of remorse as well, seeing as how I brought misery to so many.
Hey, don't feel bad. You weren't half as bad as me.
Seriously? This again? Quit playing the self-blame game already.
I, too, caused you all no end of trouble on Nemeth Island. But with the powers of the Rewind, and through our own efforts, we overcame that and the many crises that followed. That goes for Swin and Nadia, too. We only got to this point because we were determined to persevere.
Yeah, you said it, cutie.
I didn't do anything worthy of praise, unlike Nadia. So don't actually scratch that. I shouldn't be throwing myself a pity party. Thank you for the compliment.
Glad you realized that on your own. Remember, we wouldn't have been able to take down a Goose if it weren't for you. You took a risk so that you could protect what was important to you. If you ask me, that's sure as hell worthy of praise.
Van. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, don't be a stubborn ox, or you'll end up a grumpy, crotchety old fart like our boss man. And that's a fate worse than death.
I'll show you a fate worse than death, you damn brat. And for the last goddamn time, 25 isn't old!
Some things never change.
Back to business as usual.
No kidding. Once Agnes gets here? Oh yeah. Are the Genesee still broken?
Yeah, seems that way.
But it's not as though they were broken, per se.
Their spirit drained.
Throughout all of our examinations, they haven't reacted even once. I don't think they're running in low power mode. There isn't anything wrong with the internal circuitry, but the fact remains that they seem to be completely non-functional.
I see.
Up until now, the cores have always given off a faint glow. But even those have gone out.
There's a passage in Professor Epstein's memoirs that comes to mind.
He wrote, "Recover the Oct Genesis before the year 120X, else all that we know will come to an end."
Never did say what would happen once we got them all, did he? Damn. Bummer.
If I'm being honest, I'm kind of relieved nothing's happened yet.
Maybe his prediction was about all the stuff we just went through.
That's plausible, especially when you consider what the Garden Master was trying to do.
He wasn't just setting his sights on Calvard. He put the fate of the entire world on the line.
He warned us that the world might end, and we stopped that. So, that means we're good now, right?
It may be that the devices were programmed to deactivate once that goal was achieved.
I'm afraid only C. Epstein himself would know the answer to that.
For now, I think the fact that they're reunited at last is cause for celebration. I'm sure Professor Epstein, Lilia, and your mother would have all been beside themselves with joy right now.
Yes, I really hope so. Well, now that we've gathered all the Genesis, I think my request is finally complete. Thank you for everything, Van. And same to everyone else. I don't know how I'll ever be able to repay you.
Miss Claudel.
I'm so happy for you, Agnes. You finally got your wish.
It was a long road to get here, but I think we can finally call this case closed.
I know me and Ez were only here for the tail end, but I, for one, had so much fun helping you, Aggie.
I think everyone deserves a pat on the back.
Too bad you don't have a free excuse to drop by the office anymore. What you gonna do, Agnes? You ready to hang up your hat and give up the part-timer life?
Well,
Typical Aaron.
I suppose that's not really Agnes's decision to make.
I suppose not.
Well, I guess I do have a certain someone to thank for my office's sudden surge in popularity. Hate to admit it, but I could still use an extra hand or 10 around here. At least until I can bring in some new blood. Besides, you still haven't fulfilled your end of the bargain. Remember our agreement?
Oh!
Unless you decide to give up altogether. I'll pitch in however I can from here on out. In exchange, you can share any info you got on the Genesis, or anything those diaries say. How's that sound? There's still a lot that we don't fully understand, including Mare and the Grendel. Don't know if we can really call your case closed until we sort all that out.
Van. I guess you're right. There's still a lot of mysteries left to solve, which means that for the time being, we're stuck with each other. Part-time job and all.
Yeah. Glad to keep you on the team.
I suppose that takes care of that.
Her smile alone makes her a fierce competitor. Don't worry, though. I'm still rooting for both of you.
That is quite enough of that. Still, I'm glad it all worked out.
Agreed. You need someone to keep him in line, and to stop him from overthinking things.
You got that right.
Aw, but him overthinking everything's part of his charm.
Y'all suck at whispering, you know that? And when the hell do you get in here? Out!
You're no fun. We're pals, aren't we? I thought going through near-death experiences together would bring us closer. Oh yeah, you said you're hiring assistants, right? I think I might be just the right girl for the...
Oh, hell no! Application denied!
Well, aside from the Divine Blade's flights of whimsy, everything's finally calmed down now. I think we can set off without any regrets.
Oh.
Right. You were planning to leave soon, weren't you?
You would certainly be welcome to stay longer if you so wished.
Trust me, I'd really love to. You did help us get LP back safe and sound after all. But we really need to go and find our old picnicking front leader.
Oh, right! You had another traveling companion a few years ago, didn't you? Is that who you're referring to?
That guy's history is almost as bad as that goofy-ass team name.
I've never met the man myself, but I think the CID's been keeping tabs on him. Might be hard to work around Renee, but I don't mind joining in on the search. Just put out a 4 SPG, and I'm on the case. I do kinda owe you big time. And I bet that guy's one hell of a good tipper.
Actually, I think we're the ones who owe you. He left us a hint, so I think we should be fine on our own. We ought to get together sometime when we're not all busy.
There's no way we're gonna bounce before the festival, though. We'll stick around the next few days for that.
Good. You worked your butts off with the festival prep. Now's the time to reap your rewards.
I helped some too. I can't wait for it to get started.
I did a few things myself as well, so yeah, I guess I am a little excited.
Couldn't hurt to see how much those kids took my coaching to heart.
Good morning, Van.
Oh, there you are.
Morning, Agnes. Oh, wow. Everyone's here already. Well, good morning to you all too.
Yeah, everyone's excitement for this thing might be a little contagious.
I take it you were able to finish everything in time?
For the most part, yes. There's still a little bit left to do, though. Well, Swin, Nadia, are you ready to go?
Yes, ma'am. The kickoff rally sounds kinda boring, but I guess I'd better try to stick it out.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be getting out of that one. We'll be ready soon. Just give us a second.
I'm gonna head downstairs and get breakfast ready. If you want to grab a bite while you wait, feel free. Managing an Aramis school festival is all about stamina, and you won't last long on an empty stomach.
I guess you'd know better than anybody. Well, sure. I'll take you up on that.
Agnes is downstairs having breakfast, and the others are probably in their rooms. Maybe I should make the rounds and see how they're all doing.
Oh, what would you like? Do your best out there, okay?
Not this way. Not this way.
Wow! Look at that huge decoration! It's so cool!
You said it! I got to see it before they put on the finishing touches, but I never thought it'd look this amazing.
Those kids did all that themselves? Gotta hand it to them. That's pretty impressive.
It's really too bad I never got to see what your school festival was like.
Thank you for waiting, everyone. I'd like to say a few words before we begin. My name is Ren Bright. I am Aramis Academy's current Student Council President, the 98th to be exact. In keeping with the ethos of Aramis Gainsborough, our school's founder, this festival has become a springtime staple here in Edith. Traditionally, the students have always had to plan and build the attractions on their own. But this year's event brings with it a few changes. For one, I am the first exchange student to be elected Student Council President at Aramis Academy. This year's theme is a new season together. I hope all our guests, as well as our new freshmen, will enjoy everything we have to offer. Without further ado, it is my pleasure to declare the 98th Aramis Academy Festival open!
You finally arrived at the truth.
Hey, Arkwright. Been a while.
Hello there, Mr. Advisor. Are you getting ready to make your rounds?
I'm so sorry. I feel like Ren gave you the wrong idea. Are you sure you don't mind? I was planning to carve out some time to check out the festival on my own. Besides, I thought you'd want to spend your time with Elaine. And Renee.
I've got plenty of time on my hands, and I was already going to be meeting up with you later anyway. I also got to do my alumnus duties, and I could use an assistant advisor. So I thought I'd ask if you wanted to do your rounds with me. Our work will be much easier if we do it together. Many hands make for light work and all that.
Well, I'll be more than happy to accompany you. I'm a little anxious about whether the festival will be to your tastes, but I do hope you enjoy it.
Don't stress. I'm sure I'll have a good time. Like I said earlier, though, I might have to duck out for a bit later on. I want to see if there's any 4 SPGs in Aubert and Old Town.
Sure, I'd be happy to help with them. I was planning to check the area outside the school later anyway. Old Town is a little far, but I think I can afford to sneak off, as long as it's during my break.
Sounds good to me. All right, let's get moving.
I'm really happy that I get to wander around the school festival with you. It's making me a little emotional, actually. Looks like all the effort I put in was worth it.
Hey, it's too early for the sappy talk. The thing's barely getting started. Well, even if you are sort of running the show, that don't mean you can't enjoy yourself, right?
Right.
Allow me to assist. Hope to see you again.
Volunteers from the sports clubs have set up some food stalls in the courtyard, as well as a one-on-one basketball game. Any daring challengers out there, we've got prizes that are up for grabs. Why not give it a try?
Welcome to our Eastern
And
Tea
set up
House.
some food stalls in the courtyard, as well as a one-on-one basketball game.
See you again!
Any daring challengers out there, we've got prizes that are up for grabs. Why not give it a try?
A card battle tournament is being held in a classroom in the left wing on the first floor. Do you have what it takes to oust our resident game master? Then I invite you to come by and try your luck.
All right, let the games begin.
Here I go!
Well, what's your move?
What about this?
Take your time.
What about this?
Get a load of this.
Ah, you got me.
Oh, guess that's that.
Take all the time you need.
Thank you for coming to the first day of the Aramis Academy Festival.
Be seeing you.
This festival is an annual tradition that preserves the principles that Aramis, the founder of our academy, firmly believed in. Our entire student body has put their all into creating this year's activities, annual tradition that preserves the principles that Artemis, the founder of our academy, firmly believed in. Our entire student body has put their all into creating this year's activities, so please enjoy.
A card battle tournament is being held in a classroom in the left wing on the first floor. Do you have what it takes to oust our resident game master? Then I invite you to come by and try your luck.
I'll give it a shot.
Volunteers from the sports clubs have set up some food stalls in the courtyard, as well as a one-on-one basketball game. To any daring challengers out there, we've got prizes that are up for grabs. Why not give it a try?
Let's do our best out there, all right?
Sure. I'll try not to beat them too badly.
Okay, let's begin.
There! Crap.
Excellent.
Too bad.
You did it!
Not happening.
Nice moves.
Good job, Van.
We can still make it.
Got it!
Now's not the time to give up.
Go, go, go!
Got it!
Great
Now's
job.
not the time to give up.
Good stuff.
You can still make it.
Aww. Aww. Aww.
There!
Looks like victory is ours.
Guess that's just how the ball bounces.
Thank you for coming to the first day of the Artemis Academy Festival. This festival is an annual tradition that founder of our academy, firmly believed in. Our entire student body has put their all into creating this year's activities, so please enjoy. Thank you for coming to the first day of the Aramis Academy Festival. This festival is an annual tradition that preserves the principles that Aramis, the founder of our academy, firmly believed in. Our entire student body has put their all into creating this year's activities, so please enjoy.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
Thank you for coming to the first day of the Aramis Academy Festival. This festival is an annual tradition that preserves the principles that Aramis, the founder of our academy, firmly believed in. Our entire student body has put their all into creating this year's activities, so please enjoy.
Volunteers from the sports clubs have set up some food stalls in the courtyard, as well as a one-on-one basketball game. To any daring challengers out there, we've got prizes that are up for grabs. Why not give it a try?
Thank you for coming to the first day of the Aramis Academy Festival. This festival is an annual tradition that preserves the principles that Aramis, the founder of our academy, firmly believed in. Our entire student body has put their all into creating this year's activities, so please enjoy.
So far,
Welcome
so
to the
good.
mini market.
Everything's going smoothly. Still, it's a little strange. The school feels like a completely different place with all the decorations we put up.
That change of scenery is what makes these events so much fun. She might be on break.
Welcome to the mini market that preserves the principles that Aramis, the founder of our academy, firmly believed in. Our entire student body has put their all into creating this year's activities, so please enjoy. Thanks a bunch.
Her eyes are totally lit up. She's grown a lot over this past year.
A card battle tournament is being held in a classroom in the left wing on the first floor. Do you have what it takes to oust our resident game master? Then I invite you to come by and try your luck.
Volunteers from the sports clubs have set up some food stalls in the courtyard, as well as a one-on-one basketball game. To any daring challengers out there, we've got prizes that are up for grabs. Why not give it a try?
Alrighty.
A card battle tournament is being held in a classroom in the left wing on the first floor. Do you have what it takes to oust our resident game master? Then I invite you to come by and try your luck.
All the attendees seem to be enjoying themselves.
Yeah, and we'd better have some fun of our own. You've got booths, events, a special performance. Oh yeah, wanted to ask you something. We had a bonfire on the first and last days of our festival. You guys gonna do that too?
Yes, we were hoping to have...
What would you like? Please stop by
Anyone
again
who helped
sometime.
with this year's festival be there.
Oh, well, in that case...
Volunteers from the sports clubs have set up some food stalls in the courtyard.
All right, let's hack our way through.
Barrier down.
There goes the lock.
Barrier down.
Hell yeah, we cleared it. All right, let's hack our way through. Damn it, I slipped up.
I got through it.
There goes the luck.
Oh.
Damn it. I slipped up.
Oh.
There goes the luck.
I got through it.
There goes the luck.
That was more fun than I thought it'd be.
You're quite lucky. You get to witness the skills of Kitty firsthand.
Damn it. I slipped up.
Well, well.
Damn it. I slipped up.
Easier than taking candy from a baby.
There goes the luck.
Well, well. Time is running short.
There goes the luck.
Volunteers from the sports clubs have set up some food stalls in the courtyard, as well as a one-on basketball game.
Step right up. Test your smarts at the quiz tournament. A card battle tournament is being held in a classroom in the left wing on the first floor. Do you have what it takes to oust our resident game master? Then I invite you to come by and try your luck.
All right, let's start the quiz. Question.
Nice. Got it right.
Question. Score one for me. Question.
Nice. Got it right.
Question. Score one for me. Question.
Nice. Got it right.
Question. Huh. Weird. Question.
Shoot. Fumbled that one.
Question. Score one for me. Question.
Fumbled that one.
You missed.
Thank you for coming to the first day of the Aramis Academy Festival. This festival is an annual tradition that preserves the principles that Aramis, the founder of our academy, firmly believed in. Our intent.
Alright, I for some reason thought there was a trophy associated with the quiz. They apparently did not do that.
Student body has put their all into creating this
Still
year's
didn't do it
activities.
though.
So please enjoy.
Okay. I think that's it.
What's next?
Gotta treat myself every now and then.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
I'll take good care of it. Oh, well, aren't you considerate?
Thanks, I appreciate it. You sure?
Wonder
Okay.
what this'll go for. Just a bunch.
So wait, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so you can do about half. Okay, I'm gonna head off though, because I can't stay up to do all these cutscenes. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I should get 150 for food. Gifts are 45. Yep, we're still good. Alright. I'll do the connections and more tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably... I don't know. Ran out of time. I want to finish this game while it's still fresh in my head. So I might have to delay, like, the real focus of Xenoblade X. I want to start Xenoblade X. I don't want it to be sitting on the shelf. but I do, you know, have to do Daybreak. Anyways, be live tomorrow probably, around 4:30 or so. But have a good night, everyone.